What if that old handgun you have tucked away turns out to be one of the best financial moves you ever made? Right now, the firearms collector's market is white hot. Certain guns that were once common sitting on shelves in the $300 range are now commanding prices of $15,000 or even more. Some of these value jumps happened almost overnight, and the number one firearm on this list is a true piece of American history. We're going to break down 8 pistols that went from functional tools to high-dollar investments. Number 8. Smith & Wesson Model 39. Kicking off our list at number 8 is the Smith & Wesson Model 39. Back in 1954, this pistol was a massive leap forward. It was America's first commercially successful double-action semi-automatic pistol. That means a shooter could safely carry a round in the chamber with the hammer down. The first shot was a long, deliberate double-action pull, with every shot after that being a crisp single action. It was chambered in 9mm and fed from a single-stack 8-round magazine. Most police departments at the time were still locked into their revolvers. But those who adopted the Model 39 found a pistol that was accurate, reliable, and way ahead of its time. Its biggest advantage was the lightweight aluminum alloy frame. It made carrying the 39 far more comfortable than the all-steel service pistols of the day. Smith & Wesson stopped production of the original in 1982. That scarcity, combined with its historical importance, is what makes it a collector's item. This gun is the bridge from the old world to the modern semi-auto era. Pros: that alloy frame makes it significantly lighter for carry. It holds a crucial place in firearms history as the first American DA auto. It was known for reliable feeding and a trigger that was surprisingly smooth for its era. Cons: capacity is limited at 8+1. Aluminum frames, especially early ones, can show wear faster than steel, particularly on the rails. Sourcing original parts can be a challenge. Current collector price: $800 to $1,500. Number 7. Colt Detective Special. Number 7. The Colt Detective Special. This one is an icon. When Colt released this in 1927, it fundamentally changed concealed carry. It was a 6-shot revolver chambered in the proven .38 Special, but it was built on a compact frame with a short 2-inch barrel. This gave plainclothes detectives and later civilians the full 6-round capacity of a larger service revolver in a package that could disappear into a pocket or an ankle holster. It became the standard for undercover work for decades, and its appearance in countless noir films cemented its place in American culture. Colt produced this gun for over 60 years, a testament to its solid design. Pros: an extremely compact and concealable package for its time. The .38 Special cartridge was a trusted and effective defensive round. It's a simple, rugged, and mechanically dependable wheel gun. Cons: you are limited to 6 rounds. That snub-nosed 2-inch barrel means a very short sight radius, which demands practice to shoot accurately. Many models, especially in double action, have a heavy trigger pull. Current collector price: $600 and $1,200. Number 6. Walther PPK. Number 6. The Walther PPK. In 1931, Walther introduced a pistol that would become one of the most famous and most beautiful pocket pistols ever made. The PPK, which stands for Polizei Pistole Kriminal, was a shorter, more concealable version of their PP. It was offered in .32 ACP and later .380 ACP. Its engineering and precision machining were simply on another level. Of course, it's known worldwide as the sidearm of James Bond, but its real-world history is just as significant. It was a favored private purchase sidearm for German officers during World War II. After the war, many returning GIs brought them home as prized war trophies. It was one of the very first truly successful double-action semi-autos that was small enough for deep concealment. Pros: exceptional fit, finish, and German craftsmanship. A very slim and elegant profile that's easy to conceal. Its status as a cultural icon adds massive collector appeal. Cons: both .32 and .380 ACP are considered underpowered by modern defensive standards. Capacity is low. Field stripping the PPK is notably more complex than many of its contemporaries. Current collector price around $1,200 to $2,800. Number 5. Browning High Power. Coming in at number 5, the Browning High Power. This 1935 design was the final masterpiece from the mind of John Moses Browning. It was revolutionary for one primary reason: the double-stack magazine. The High Power put 13 rounds of 9mm in the shooter's hand. This was at a time when almost every other semi-auto held 7 or 8 rounds. It was the original Wonder 9. It was so successful that over 50 nations adopted it as their official service pistol. It famously saw action on both sides of World War II. The Allies and the Axis powers were both using high powers, a testament to its superior design. Pros: it introduced the high-capacity 13-round magazine, setting a new standard. A long and decorated history of battle-proven reliability all over the globe. Known for exceptional ergonomics and inherent accuracy. Cons: it is a single-action-only pistol requiring cocked and locked carry. It lacks modern safeties like a firing pin block. Most models featured a magazine disconnect safety, which many shooters found ruined the trigger pull. Current market value, $1,000 to $2,200. Number 4. Colt Python. Number 4 is a legend, the Colt Python. When this revolver was launched in 1955, it didn't just set a standard, it was the standard. It quickly earned its reputation as the Rolls-Royce of revolvers. This .357 Magnum was not a mass-produced gun. It was built with hand-fitted parts by master gunsmiths. Its defining features are the full-length underlug, which adds weight to tame recoil, and that signature ventilated rib on top of the barrel. But the finish that was its trademark. Colt's royal blue finish was so deep and so highly polished that early models almost looked like black glass. Shooters reported the double-action trigger pull felt like it was rolling on bearings. Pros: legendary, match-grade accuracy right out of the box. A level of fit and finish that is arguably the finest ever put on a production revolver. The glassy smooth, hand-honed double-action trigger pull. Cons: the price, these are now extremely expensive. This is a heavy all-steel revolver, making it impractical for most as a daily carry. The intricate lockwork requires a specialized gunsmith if it ever goes out of time. Current market value, $3,500 to $8,000. Number 3. Smith & Wesson. Model 29. At number 3, the Smith & Wesson Model 29. Introduced in 1956, this revolver held the undisputed title as the most powerful production handgun in the world. It was chambered in the formidable .44 Magnum. To handle that cartridge, Smith & Wesson built it on their largest, strongest platform, the N-frame. The recoil was and is absolutely brutal. It was a niche gun for hunters and enthusiasts until 1971. That's when Clint Eastwood as Dirty Harry made it a global superstar. After that movie hit, Smith & Wesson could not make them fast enough. That pop culture explosion secured its place in history forever. Pros: for its time, it offered unparalleled raw power in a handgun. Early, pre-lock models are known for exceptional quality and a beautiful blued finish. It is one of the most culturally significant firearms ever produced. Cons: the recoil is genuinely punishing and not suitable for new shooters. It is a massive, heavy handgun, making concealed carry almost impossible. The cost of .44 Magnum ammunition is significant. Today's market value, around $1,800 to $4,500. Number 2. Colt. 1911. A One World War II edition. Number 2 is more than a pistol, it's an American icon. The Colt 1911, A1 from the World War II era. This .45 ACP handgun was the standard issue sidearm for American forces through the entire conflict, from the decks at Pearl Harbor to the beaches of Normandy and the jungles of Iwo Jima. The A1 designation refers to the updates made in the 1920s, like the arched mainspring housing and the milled trigger, which made it more ergonomic for most shooters. Now, what's critical for collectors is that Colt wasn't the only company making them. To meet wartime demand, contracts also went to Remington Rand Ithaca and even the Union Switch and Signal Company. This pistol in the hands of GIs delivered the hard-hitting stopping power of the .45 ACP cartridge. Pros: proven, combat-tested reliability under the worst conditions imaginable. Immense historical significance as the sidearm that won World War II. The undeniable terminal performance of the .45 ACP round. Cons: by modern standards, it is an all-steel heavy pistol for carry. Standard magazine capacity is only 7 rounds. As a single action, it must be carried cocked and locked, which requires training and diligence. Current market value, from $2,800 all the way up to $12,000 or more, depending on the manufacturer and its condition. Number 1. The original Colt single-action Army, and at number 1, the gun that won the West. The original Colt single-action Army. First introduced in 1873, this .45 Colt 6-shooter is arguably the most American firearm ever made. It earned the name the Peacemaker, and it was the tool that defined the American frontier. This was the sidearm of the U.S. cavalry of lawmen, of cowboys, and of outlaws. The names associated with it are the stuff of legends: Wyatt Earp, Bat Masterson, Wild Bill Hickok. The early first-generation Colts produced in the late 1800s are considered masterpieces of craftsmanship. The balance, the fit of the parts, and the case hardening were second to none. As a collector's item, it is in a league of its own. A documented, authenticated single-action army once carried by Wyatt Earp recently sold at auction for over $500,000. Pros: the single most iconic and historically significant handgun in American history. Perfect balance and natural pointability that shooters still praise today. Unmatched quality and craftsmanship in those first-generation models. Cons: it is a single action. You must manually cock the hammer for every single shot. Reloading is a slow, deliberate process, one round at a time through the side loading gate. It has absolutely no modern safety mechanisms. Current market value: the range is vast, starting around $15,000 for a verifiable early model to over $500,000 for a piece with documented historical provenance. So there you have it, 8 firearms that went from everyday tools to priceless pieces of history. It just goes to show that what's sitting in the back of your safe might be more than just an old gun. It could be an investment. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into firearms history and collector values, make sure you like, subscribe, and drop a comment to let us know what guns you want to see next.